Hey, what's up everybody? This is Guillermo Auto. I got a 2003 GMC Yukon XL with a P0155 02 sensor heater circuit bank 2 sensor 1. I'm going to show you how to replace the sensor, how to test it, and where it's located. So basically my check engine light is on. If you come to the passenger side of the car, the O2 sensor is going to be down here on the exhaust. Probably can't see it with this angle. I'm going to go underneath and I'll show you, but it's down here. And so this is bank 2. Now bank 1 would be on the other side, the driver's side. But here we are on the passenger side, and you may be able to get to it from through this fender well, but the way I'm going to get it out and get to it is from underneath. And I'll show you where it's at. Right there. And you may notice the exhaust looks a little wet because I sprayed penetrant oil on it the night before. Here's my new one. There's my part number. This is bank 2 sensor 1. This was about like $180 was like the list price. I got it for a little cheaper. It was from the dealer. You're gonna need a 22 millimeter, or if you have like a 22 millimeter that is like a closed end, you might be able to get that over the wires and open it. But anyways, here's the sensor, and we're gonna first unplug it right here. This is actually really convenient. It has a blue little lock. You pull the little lock tab out right here first, and then you just separate this connector. It should look like this, and then you could just kind of push this back towards the exhaust, and then when we take out the sensor, this will just come with it. Alright, so I'm going to get my wiring just over here on this side of the frame, and so I can just have it over here. Now do this with the car not too hot, because I don't want the exhaust to burn you, but they say if the exhaust is a little warm, it'll help the O2 sensor come out. But when you got your wrench on here, your 22, just kind of like give it, a good turn, and it should come undone. Sometimes they're real stubborn, and you got to be careful not to mess up your threads. But I was able to get my wrench in here and get it started. We're actually without too much problem. And once it's loosened, you could unscrew it. It'll want to screw back in because the wire harness will be twisting. But just get it out. So here it is. I got it out. This actually came out real easy. Hopefully yours does too. Now I got my new one and my old one together, and I'm going to show you guys how to test the heater circuit on it. The heater circuit is basically 2 wires that heats up the sensor when the car starts, because the sensor has to be at a certain temperature to work properly. And it's really the only way to test it. So I got mine on ohms to test continuity on this heater circuit. There should be some resistance on the heater circuit because it's a connected circuit in the sensor. There are these 2 black wires right here. Now the blue and white wire are signals, and they go back to the ECM, but we can't really test nothing with those. So make sure you put your voltmeter pins in here where these pins are. Now my old one says OL, that means open loop. That means there's no continuity. That means there's a break in the circuit. Here's my new one, and we're going to test the same wires in the same spot. And this is a good way to verify that you got the correct sensor too. Now see, I got 0.011, so that means my heater circuit is intact on this new sensor. And also I'm checking to make sure this connector looks exactly the same as my other one, and the O2 sensor looks exactly the same. So it should come with a little bit of anti-seize on it. Don't get it on the actual sensor itself. Try to keep anything away from the actual sensor because they could get contaminated real easy. So just as it came out, we're just going to put it back up here and get it back in. I'm going to get it hand threaded to start. You don't need to put any more stuff on it to make it not, freeze up in the threads. It should just have some on it, but if it has nothing on it, put just a little tiny bit. So I got it hand threaded in all the way, and then I'm going to just go ahead and cinch it down pretty good with my wrench. You don't want to go mega tight, but you do definitely want to make sure it's cinched down. And then we're going to run the wire harness back over the frame to the other side, and we're going to connect it. Now it should just all be the same size, the same length. Everything should be fine. Same connector. All right, and put this little blue guy back in. So that's it, and that's how to get it replaced. Now my check engine light's still going to be on. You'll start it up. If you don't have a scanner, your light will probably be on for like a few starts and a few driving cycles and until it clears itself, but mine's still on. I haven't really driven it or nothing, but I'm going to turn it off with my scanner, and I'm going to check the O2 sensor monitor heater monitor, and I'll show you what that is. But I'm going to start it and let it run. Make sure you don't hear any exhaust noise or nothing. You might see, like, if you use penetrant spray, you might see a little stuff burning off. But here I'm going to go to erase codes. Now I'm going to erase the codes, and that'll turn off the check engine light. Now with it started, I could check the O2 monitor. I am readiness here, or it'll say like monitor check or monitors. Now if you look close, it'll say oxygen sensor heater monitor. It says okay, so that means the heater circuit's good on all sensors. There's 4 sensors total. Now the other O2 monitor, that's just like a different test. Anyways guys, hope this video helped you out. Please like, comment, subscribe. See you next video.